Shout out to First Spin DJs. It's a DJ music pool that is sponsoring Famous DJ Academy.
Shout out First Spin.
First Spin DJs. Check them out. You can find all the latest, hottest tracks that are banging in the clubs. If you use, we have a promo code. I think we have a promo code. So if you guys use the promo code, you'll get a discount on their membership. And the last two sponsors, these are actually Lechero sponsors, right? Toyota.
Shout out Toyota, yeah.
Shout out Toyota.
Our car drivers. It's a sponsored vehicle. Shout out Toyota.
So they gave you a car, right?
It was a lease, like yeah. So it's
kind of.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I get paid to drive a car. That's insane to me. Like wow,
that's badass. That's a sponsor. So
shout out Toyota, yeah. Shout out Toyota.
Shout out Toyota, and then shout out Remy Martin.
Shout out Remy, yeah. I drink Remy, yeah. I'm not a big drinker, but to say that I get paid to post alcohol, that's insane. No, I'm not a big drinker, really. I'm not. But shout out Remy, yeah. Team up for excellence.
That's right. Shout out Remy Martin. All right, guys. So yeah, everybody, welcome Lechero, on-air personality.
¿Qué onda? What's up?
92.3, electronic artist, music producer, social media influencer, party thrower on the cruise show, right?
Homewrecker.
Homewrecker.
No, I'm just playing.
Okay, homewrecker.
No.
Yeah, man, DJ Lechero, I go way back with this guy. He's a really good friend. I'm really excited for this workshop just because anything that he has to say, honestly, I could vouch for because I've seen this guy's meteoric rise. You know what I mean? Like I just seen this guy come from DJing to getting on the radio to making his music to making music videos and just becoming somebody. And it's really inspirational, not just to me, but I'm sure to a lot of people out there. So big shout out to DJ Lechero, man. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Primo. Thank you, Don. Brandon. Yeah.
That's right. You mean we go way back.
We go way back. We go way back, and I appreciate that, man. That's insane.
Right, and just like a little premise, you know, it's kind of intimidating sometimes to interview somebody that's interviewed like Bad Bunny and Nicky Jam and Doja Cat, right? You know what I mean? This guy's in the presence of a lot of greatness. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try and get a lot of knowledge out of him today. But welcome, Lechero, man. So first off, bro, you know you're on-air personality. I know you're producing records. You DJ. But let's take it back for the people, right? Like, how did you get started? What got you interested in DJing? Why did you choose to go on this path of becoming a DJ Lechero?
All right, so I started DJing when I was 15. But the first time I was like, yo, like I want to do that was my cousin Ozzy. He was a raver in the 90s, right? He's what they used to call a rebel. And he used to show me like Armin van Buuren videos and Tiesto and I was just looking at the crowd. I'm like, yo, that looks sick. Like, I want to do that. Like, I can't sing, so I can't do that. So I'm like, the closest thing I could be doing on stage is DJ. So, you know, I was looking at that. I see videos of Cooper, you know, because even though you're a DJ, there's different sides of DJ, right? There's the turntablism, there's the EDM DJs, there's the hip, you know, all the genres. But yeah, like, that's really what sparked the interest of wanting to be a DJ and be in front of a crowd. Like, I can't sing, but I think I can learn how to DJ, you know. And
no doubt, bro.
So that's kind of, you know, 15, and then that's what like sparked the interest to want to DJ, like just looking at videos and yeah.
So your interest started with electronic music from the jump.
100%.
Yeah, because I know a lot of DJs kind of come from the hip hop.
That was like my first, like, yo, dude, I want to do that. Like, I remember seeing the 2004 videos of Tiesto, and it's just like Traffic, and you know, I was listening to trance all the time, like, you know, Cosmic Gay, everything. Like, you know, I was, you know, that was me. I wanted to do that. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Right.
So.
Right. You know, I think the way I started was with Showtech. I don't know if you ever
hardstyle, Showtech
stuff. Yeah, back in the 2006 and stuff. Yeah, so that electronic music was a really captivating thing, just because you saw how you could be an artist without having to sing and rap,
exactly,
right? You saw like, okay, it's possible to actually like make a career and make something of yourself without actually being on the mic and stuff, right?
100%.
Super sick, man. And so when you got that interest, what was the next step? Did you like, how did you get your first equipment?
It was a laptop, and I downloaded Virtual DJ and I cracked it. You know, it was a cracked version.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Virtual DJ, and I was just learning how to DJ on the computer and make mixes and mashups. And I mean, they were trash, but at the time for me, they were great. You know, and it was just kind of like, yeah, I would just take my laptop everywhere and just put on my headphones and just be in my own little world. You know, but yeah, Virtual DJ, and then after that, I got a B52 all-in-one console. Shout out my mom. She used, she put it on her credit card. And, you know what I'm saying? I told her, Mom, please, you know what I'm saying? Just help me out.
Shout out to parents.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to parents, man.
Shout out to parents that support any kind of music dream. Because I think it must be tough sometimes.
Shout out parents. my mom's support came different, though. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, you could do it. She didn't want, you know, for me to be a DJ or be on the radio. She was like, nah, get like a career or something, you know, because she just thought it was far-fetched. But, you know, her words said one thing, but her actions said others. Like otherwise, you know, she'd pick me up 2 a.m. from a house party and just like, yeah, like I said, she'd use her tax return money to help me get my first setup and just put stuff on credit and just like, Mom, you know, I got you, please, you know, and you know, even though she didn't agree with it, she still loved me enough to support me and pick me up and you know what I'm saying? Like, Mom, I got raided. Can you pick me up? Ya se acabó la fiesta.
Yeah. No doubt, bro.
And you know what I'm saying? I remember having my mom's ringtone, Walk It Out.
No way.
Because every time she called me, she'd pick me up. She was my Uber, so walk it out. So yeah, shout out my mom, man. I love her to death. And yeah, that's my mom. Yeah.
No doubt, man. Big shout out to parents. Especially when they support, when you're very young starting out, you know, you might not have a car, you might need to borrow their car to go to the car, especially just with the finance, man.
Yeah.
Buying the equipment's not cheap. But see, like, I think starting out, I think it's very important to know, like, dude, you don't have to start off with the big fancy equipment that you see on the stages and stuff, you know, because I started on Virtual DJ too, you know what I mean? That's stuff that's free, we cracked it, if anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, so, all you need is drive and imagination and willpower to want to do it, and that's free.
No doubt, bro. So after you got into Virtual DJ, you started messing around a little bit, putting out some mixes. How did your first events come about?
I was just like, yo, house parties, you know, house parties, and then quinceañeras. I was a mean quince DJ.
Yeah.
The show. I was everything.
No doubt.
See. Like, yeah, quinces were my thing. I was always scared of weddings, like, even though, like, I'm on the mic and stuff, like, I have a hard time being professional, like, or sounding like eloquent and elegant and all that. I can't use big words, fool, like, I really can't. So it was just like, damn, I can't do weddings, but like, the pay's good, so I guess I just gotta hire a homie that went to school and he can sound a little better than me. But yeah, I mean, just mobile DJing. And you know what's crazy? I never had business cards. People would always come to me, somehow find a way. Like, it was like drugs, like, they'll find a way. Like, I remember one time this lady, like, threw a rock at my window. It's like, "That's el DJ? El DJ Lechero?" I was like, what the hell? They found me. And my front door, it used to be in an alley, so to find me, like, you really got to know where I live. But I used to DJ like every kid said I can wait here for. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. That when you DJ well, the word spreads, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's the. So were you always on the mic, bro? When you started doing the quinces, or like what do you feel really pushed you getting all those quinces? Did the mic come just naturally to you?
I think so, yeah.
Because I was really nervous on the mic. My first wedding, I told the couple, I was like, hey, like, I DJ, but I don't MC. You have to find somebody else to MC.
MCing is a real art too, you know.
Yeah.
It's not as easy. It's not just talking. It's knowing how to read a room and you know, timing and not get scared of silence, and because silence could be intimidating. You're like, oh, they're not reacting. What the hell?
If anything, like, embrace it a little bit.
Yeah, embrace
right?
it. Hell yeah. Let that push you. You know what I'm saying? Let that make you better. But yeah, shout out all the MCs out there that are really dope and stuff. But I think, yeah. I mean, before I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings too. Before I got on the radio, I was doing the birthday shout outs. Like I was on the mic.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Attention, Buffalo Wild Wings, you got a special birthday in the house. When I say happy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I don't know. I always like the mic. I don't know.
That's cool, man. That's real cool. So you say you started at house parties, right?
Yeah, house parties.
Because yeah, man, the OG house parties in LA, that was a time.
2 for $5.
I wish we could bring it back. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we could bring it back. Those house parties were really cool. And I remember this was kind of how I first heard of you. This was back in Crowdtex.
Yeah, shout out to Crowdtex.
Because I was a big fan of Beso, so just I don't know, somewhere I think he just posted Crowdtex, and then he posted like the lineup, and I saw Lechero. I was like, okay, like these are the DJs that Beso likes and stuff, you know. So how did you get linked up with Crowdtex? And if you could like just tell people kind of how it was a little bit back in the day, with DJ crews, and house parties. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it was a little bit of a heyday of DJing in a sense.
Yeah, so Crowdtex was a DJ crew that, it was different DJs from different parts of the city of LA, like, LA cities. And we just decided to get together and share music and just kind of rep a crew, And it was Boxer Noble who started it. And they just recruited me. And then we used to have at one point the homie Skills, Sleek, Bago, Beso, Knock in Vegas. Who else? I think Rocka at one point. It was a few DJs, and it was just like we were just getting together and exchanging music and just like, yeah. And that was that. But it was fun. Like I remember there used to be another group called the Spinning Elements, and it was just
Project
a cool
Junkies.
time.
There was Project Junkies.
Yeah, shout out Manic and Jules. They used to do crazy edits, on Crook and Clan, Crack for DJs, and like, yeah, man, it was just crazy. Like the whole DJ game was crazy. There used to be a CrateConnect.net. It was a forum, and like, I remember meeting DJs online and just sharing music. That's one thing, I never was stingy with my music. Like if it was a dope edit and a DJ liked it, like, yo, bro, here, have it. Like I was never there was never an ego thing for me. Like people would always come to me like, yo, show me how to use Serato. For sure, bro. Oh, you want folders of music? Here you go. Have fun, make money. Like I was always, sharing game. I never cared to, I'm the only one.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. So I feel that the way that DJing has evolved, I feel like a lot of ego has come in between it.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. And that's why I kind of miss like that old school vibe of it. That there were DJ crews. You know what I mean? Like there were crews and like groups of friends that were all DJs sharing music together. It wasn't about like, I'm doing this and you're not. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's kind of evolved into that. But I want to bring back that just connection of everybody. Like, yo, we're DJs and we connect over something that we vibe with and this passion that we have of this art of spinning.
For sure.
You know
I think like DJ City does a great job doing meetups, right? I think BPM Supreme, all that stuff. It's there to an extent when you look for it, everything is there when you look for it. But yeah, for sure, the camaraderie, it was definitely like, it was a moment in time for sure, and it was special. But yeah, like that was cool to me. That was, I'd always be on the internet trying to find the coolest edit. Like, oh, nobody has this, let's do it. Like I want it, and then full use it, but don't wear it out. Like, what I'm saying, don't burn the track. Yeah, I give it to you, but don't burn it out. Right, play with taste. But yeah,
be tasteful.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's sick, bro. And so I remember when I first like actually met you in person. We were writing music. I don't know if you remember, right?
With Ivo.
With the homie, with Ivo.
Yeah, Ivo.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, Lechero writes music, man. He's a really good lyricist.
I try.
Really good lyricist. Awesome records. So if we could talk about your songwriting a little bit, you know what I mean? How do you go about writing music? How do you and honestly, because I know you're transitioning a little bit more to be producing a little bit more, right? So how do you go about writing music for other people? How do you approach something like that?
So first time I tried rapping was when I was 15. I recorded a song called Romeo and No Juliet. Shout out to homie A now. So I've always wanted to, I always like writing. I think my first password to my email was poetry. So I've always liked writing. I was always been very emotional. I'm a crybaby. But I embrace it. You got to embrace everything about you, and I think that's important. But yeah, I just started writing music, man. I always just like, I was trying to find a way in. Like, I'm like, I don't care if as a songwriter, as a DJ, I just want to be in the music industry. I want to be in the music game. So I was just trying to do everything and anything I could, and that was at my reach. I'm like, well, I think I could put things together, right, and make it happen. But I think where it shifted was there was a time and place where I was trying to manage and help a a group of friends called cousins at the time. They were together. They were producers. And before I linked up and I tried doing that, I had gone to Paris, France as a DJ under a different name, which we'll probably get to that in a bit. But long story short, I ended up going to EDC Mexico with them. They did a record with some guy named Bros, and he was like, "Yo, pull up. We're gonna play the record we did, and you know what I'm saying, be there." So whatever. I go to EDC Mexico, and I'm there with a lot of producers, beat makers, and I'm like, "Yo, well, if you ever need lyrics, like, I write music, or I knew the EDM space, all you really need is 2, 3, 4, 5 vocals, and they can make a whole song out of it, right?" And to me, it's like, well, if we collab, my name's on a record, it's on a track, so let's work. So yeah, like I made records with a lot of the guys from that trip, and that's when kind of like Panda Funk and like the homie Eric took notice, and they opened doors, and I was just like at the Panda Funk Studios in Downey, just working all the time. They were just like, "Yo, go ahead, bro. Like, you're writing." Dior was like, "Yo, bro, just use the studio. Go ahead." So I just got more into it, and it just felt like I could break through any moment. And then there at that studio in Downey is where I met my manager now, Echo, DJ Echo, who used to be on Power. And he's the one that he got my number when I met him. That one day was a day, I was having a session, and then they come in having a meeting. They're about to play records, and then whatever, they're like, "Yo, Aleche, you mind using the side studio? We're gonna have a meeting here. He's gonna play records." I was like, "Yeah, for sure." But I bring this up because it's important. Like, as trying to be a songwriter, that's kind of how I got the radio job. So I'm in the studio, whatever, right? And the guy gets my number, Echo, and he calls me the next day. We chopped it up, and he calls me the next day, and he's like, "Yo, you ever thought about doing radio?" I'm like, "Yeah, like what?" Like, you look at my SoundCloud bio, it's been there. Like, I haven't even changed it. It still says aspiring radio DJ, honor personality. And yeah, but I didn't go to school for it. I was broke. Like, I was scared to get in debt. I grew up, my mom being in debt, no credit. So I was like, nah, I don't got money for school. Like, I can't pay for broadcasting school. Like, hell nah, so whatever. It just kind of happened. I was at the right place, right time. And he calls me. He's like, "Yo, they just let somebody go on the morning show. And I think you'd be perfect for it." I'm like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "I want you to meet somebody to see if they get the same vibe that I got." And I ended up meeting Crystal B, who is now his wife, but at the time she was the co-host on the morning show. And yeah, she got the same vibe, I guess. And she told Cruz and Jeff, the Sportster, the producer, like, "Yo, there's this dude, chubby kid. He's funny. He's all about music. And I think he'd be good for the show." And a week later, I go to the station, and I didn't understand how big it was to be on a morning show in L.A. Like, when you do radio, you realize, New York and L.A. are the biggest markets. And a morning show right? is like making it to the league. Really, but I didn't know that, so that helped me be me. Like, I wasn't thinking oh, there's so many people listening to me. I gotta sound right, going back to the weddings. Like, I gotta sound right and prompt. Like, nah, I was just being me. And then that's kind of how it happened, just being at the right place, right time, writing music. And then I put that on hold because I'm like, damn, did I really get lucky? Like, I got lucky. So I didn't feel like I was a good on-air personality. I was like, I don't want people to see me and be like, okay, this guy's just the funny guy on the show that does dumb things, and they they make him run naked down the hallway and take his shirt off because he's fat and whatever, I wanted to feel confident about my abilities. So I put that to the side. And I was like, okay, I'll come back to the songwriting. I just got to I've got to feel like I'm good at this radio stuff. I got to be able to understand just the game. So I put that to the side, and I started focusing on the radio and going to, listening sessions and connecting with people from the labels and artists and just networking, trying to build outside of the station, because at the end of the day, the radio game is vicious. Like, you there one day, next week, you bye. So I was just like, yo, I got to build. So I put that to the side. I'm like, yo, okay, just focus on the radio. And yeah, 3.5, finally, last year, I finally felt like I was kind of good. Like, Okay, cool, bro. Like now let's go back to the music. Like
Bro,
let's lock
honestly-
in. So now, now we back on back on the grind. Sorry for the wait. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. So as soon as you got on, bro, I thought, because I knew you were meant for it, because I mean I've known you for a while and I've known your voice, right? But if we backtrack real quick, just from what he was talking about doing anything and everything, I remember one of the first times we connected, you were doing radio drops.
Yeah,
Remember when you
radio
were doing
drops, and
radio
I wasn't
drops?
even a radio. Like I wasn't even.
He was not on the radio, but he was doing radio drops for DJs, right? Pac-Man, remember when you did one of those radio drops? Yeah, we have an example of that. So look, this was Lechero doing radio drops before he was on the DJ. I feel this is a perfect example of manifestation. You know what I mean? Go ahead, play that, bro. Okay, well, hold on. Here we go.
Yo, what up, man? You now in the mix with DJ 4KO, killing the tables, doing this thing all day, every day. DJ 4KO, dale.
Yeah, man. See, check that out. So that's Lechero before, like years before he was on the radio, but he sounds great for it, right? So I think that's just an example.
That sounds a little forced now that I hear it. But
see, yeah, it's different.
but like to your point, like
that's all work.
I was just like trying to find a way. Like I was just like, okay, let me do DJ drops for DJs. Like that's a way for my voice to get heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? And shout out, man, I remember DJs from South Africa were hitting me up, like Jamaica. Like it was just crazy. But like it's the power of a DJ drop. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I want to get back to now, like especially considering I'm on the radio now, and it probably means more now to people. Like I understand the DJ game too. No, not free drops. No, you gotta always give back. Free drops. What's meant for you is meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Always chase the dream, not the money. But yeah, like that was that. Like I remember having music blogs. I used to have an EDM blog. It was called 128.com, and I used to share records, like tracks that I thought were dope. I had a hip-hop blog, urbanpitch.com, trying to break records and up-and-coming artists. Like I was always on both sides of the spectrum, hip-hop and EDM, because I loved it. But I was just trying to find a way. I remember going to music videos and shooting the behind the scenes. Like if I felt like a song locally was going to be big, like I'd just be like, okay, let me go to the music video and be like, yo, what else? Lechero TV, we're behind the scenes, and like early, bro. And yeah, just
you were vlogging like that.
I was,
early?
yeah. I mean, all my videos now are on private because I'm embarrassed of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna resurface some maybe on a documentary or something. Who knows? But yeah, bro. Like I was just trying to find a way and like like make it happen.
There's so much footwork, bro. That's what
sure.
I feel like about
10
just
years.
like a career. Yeah, like
me
it's 10 years to get to where you are now. And
I
like,
started
and
DJing at 15.
And there's still so much more to come. You know what I mean? And I think that's a lot of work that I think a lot of people feel like that they need that instant gratification that like, oh, I'm going to do something and I'm going to be popping in a month. Like, no, man. Like it's years.
Absolutely, yeah. No.
Years of just putting in work. Like you said, like the getting on the radio came from songwriting.
Yeah, it came from being a...
From being involved with the songwriting and then meeting Echo and all that good stuff. And I remember when you told me, you were like, yo, man, I think Power is like kind of interested in me. And that was so inspiring, bro, because I think you told me, and then about a couple weeks later, like you got the job and then you started doing it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Especially coming from me getting drops from you like that.
Yeah.
No,
people I remember when I got on the radio, people were like, bro, I still have your drops from
right.
I'm like, yo, dog, you're a real one. Like, appreciate you, dog. Like, that's crazy. And but yeah, I was just trying to find a way to be heard, be seen, and
I think it's just putting yourself out there, man, and not being scared to just put yourself 100%. Out there. Let people know what you do. If nobody's gonna know what you sound like and what you do if you don't let them know. You gotta let them know by putting content out there in whatever way it is.
Yeah, one thing's gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? You got it. One thing's gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's bound to happen. You just gotta be consistent.
You gotta keep going. Yeah, and consistency, no doubt.
Just gotta be consistent.
Right. So now you're on radio, right? So you started at Power 106.
Now I'm at Real 92.3. Shout out Real. Right. Shout out Real. Shout out Real. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out the Crew Show.
Shout out the Crew Show. Yeah.
Man.
Shout out.
The Crew Show shows you a lot of love, man. I think that's really cool.
Facts. No.
Really cool.
They gave me a shot, and I always tell people that the best thing you could do for people that give you opportunities is to just win.
Right.
And
give it your all, man.
Give it your all, because people given me opportunities, and I want to give people opportunities, and just to give it your best, man. If someone gives you a shot, like, yeah, that's why, like, with Cruz and like, I always try to my best and not let them down and myself down, more importantly. Just put in the work because they believed in me. So, yeah.
Show up, man. And so being on the radio, how was it your first time live? How was that? Because I remember my first time live DJing, I was nervous. I had like everything planned out.
It was interesting. Like I was just trying to find a way in every time on the break and writing music and stuff like that and being on a mic, like, doing quintas and stuff, like, your pockets, in a record's like there's like a little empty space to talk, like, when you could insert a little, like, yo, see, like, so I was just doing ad-libs, dog. I was like the Migos, homie. I was like the Migos, like, I'm like, it's an ad-lib world, homie. I'm doing ad-libs on the radio, like, and I'm getting paid for this, like, yeah, that's insane. But I was just trying to find the rhythm and stuff. But I remember the second day, I believe it was the second day, I ran naked down the hallway. So somebody can win tickets. But
so you got to make a statement.
Yeah, but that was me knowing. You always got to know and identify moments. You know what I'm saying? That could lead to greater things. And that was the moment I knew, like, it's now or never, fool. Like, you ain't got a degree, bro. Like, it's either this or you're back to working. You know what I'm saying? You're 9 to 5, and I'm just like, I got to make it happen. I just got to go hard. So, yeah, I ran naked, and they won tickets. So, I don't know who won the tickets. I forgot their name. But, yeah, I just, like, yeah.
You just inspired me right now.
I was just like, yo, I got to run.
Swear to God, I'm watching this guy. I'm like, dude, I'm inspired. Dude.
I ran naked on the hallway, bro. And it was just kind of like, I'm telling you, just.
Like, what are you going to do for it, right? Like, you're going to go for it or not?
I'm like, yo, this is 10 years in the making. Like, you got to give it your all, right? You got to sprint to the finish line, G. Like. So, yeah, man, that's crazy. That's
super dope, man. How did it feel going from, like, you say you're working a 9 to 5 to interviewing Bad Bunny, bro?
So, man, okay. It still felt like a 9 to 5, though, because I wasn't under contract, and I was making money hourly. So I was working 5 hours a day, so that was 25 hours a week. So I was making less money than doing what I was when I was at Buffalo Wild Wings. Shout out, 333. That's the squad. That's the story. All the homies at B-Dubs. So it was tough, man. The first year and a half, I went into debt financially. Like, it plays with your mental. Like, like I was making X amount of money at B-Dubs, and then I go to making probably like $1,000 a month at a radio station, right? And from the outside in, it's like, damn, fool, you on the radio now? Like, you probably balling. And what's up, Lechero? Like, it's on you. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, I actually gonna borrow $1, bro. Like, please. So it was really, really tough. But it was. I just knew, like, thug it out, fool. You been broke. Like, it's cool. Like, you're making it happen. This is growing pains. This is. In my head, I'm like, you got to suffer for it to feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said it earlier, bro, about to chase the dream out.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And but it was tough, but it was cool. But to answer your second part of the question, like, yeah, interviewing these people, like, I try and see them just as people. I remember I would act like the intern sometimes when these rappers would come just to see if, like, they were real or, like, if they were stuck up. So I pull up to, like, hey, bro, can I get you water? Like, just to see, like, are they assholes? Sorry, I know there's kids in the audience. Like, just, yeah, bro. Like, so I was always just trying to act like I don't know, but it was crazy.
I think that's something to remember, like something very important to remember, that when it comes to artists and being on the radio and interviewing and stuff, like, they're people, man.
Yeah,
like, they're humans just like me and you. But that's what makes it possible to get there. I feel like that's what makes me just inspired. It's like, dude, that's somebody just like me.
Facts.
But they're just very talented and they work hard.
Yeah, it's
and
just
they're dedicated.
Yeah. Sometimes they're not even talented, but it is talent to work hard. It is, man. To not. You know what I'm saying? No, listen, she's a hustler, man.
She's been hustling. See, that's the thing. People don't understand that she's been hustling for years.
Yeah.
And it might seem to everybody like, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, she just popped off for no reason. Like, no, man, but there's been a lot of grind behind something like that.
But to interview Bad Bunny was pretty cool, like, because it meant something to me, because at that time, the Latin trap thing was barely popping off. And I was just stuck trying to, like, yo, I got to get Latin trap play it in LA radio. Like I was trying, I was trying because I knew like, okay, well, half of LA speaks Spanish, right? And if they don't speak Spanish, Latin trap, at least sonically, sounds like something we would play on the radio station. So interviewing Bad Bunny gave me opportunities to interview more reggaeton people because they're like, okay, so he interviewed Bad Bunny. This guy must be kind of legit.
You did it in Spanish, too.
I did it. That was actually my first interview ever.
Was that something that you noticed that was kind of like your forte kind of in radio, that you were bilingual?
It does help. It does help. And I've always had this fascination of like knowing every language in the world and every accent. Because I always want, as a kid, like if I run away, I could fit in anywhere. For real. Like I was like, if I run away from my problems, like, fool, if I go to El Salvador, they think I'm one of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I go to Argentina, like, they think I'm Argentinian. You know, if I go to France, they think I'm French. Like, I don't know. I was always fascinated with learning languages. And I'm telling you, even if you go to my SoundCloud bio, like, my bio is in 6 languages. Because I always wanted to be worldwide. Like, I've always thought big spectrum. You know, like.
Music is a worldwide
100%,
business. 100%. You know what I mean? It's not one city. It's not just LA. It's not just New York.
If you're not popping here, you can pop off somewhere else.
Yeah.
Don't be stuck just trying to make it happen in one place. Cool. Then you can come back to it. But yeah, like it was. It's definitely a forte, being able to speak 2 languages and several languages, because you know that's the best way to connect with someone, especially if you speak their language. Like, you know, you could understand them.
Yeah,
and
no
you can
doubt,
speak
bro.
to them. You know?
Honestly, because I see the artists like very comfortable when they talk to you. Like, how does that go? Like, how do you get them comfortable? How do you keep the conversation going? How do you improvise?
Treat them regular, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Treat them regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, what's up, fool? Like, what, you double tapping thirst traps or what? Like, you know, like, you know, just treat them like the homies. You know, but I think the person I was probably most impressed by interviewing, and I just like, wow, and it doesn't happen often, it was Jackie Chan. I was like, bro, you're Jackie effing Chan.
You interviewed Jackie Chan?
Yeah,
no
fool.
way.
And he just kept looking at me like
Jackie
I was
Chan.
like the main guy. It was like, it's not my show, bro. It's Cruz's show. Look at Cruz. Look at Cruz, bro. He just like, he could answer and just look back at me like, yeah, for sure, bro.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Jackie Chan, for sure. Jackie Chan was like, yo, what the hell? Yeah. That's crazy.
That's a little bit out of the blue, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. Like, rappers
Chan.
is like, you, bro, you rap. I can rap too when I'm drunk, you know what I'm saying? It's no big deal, but I can't act, Jackie, you know what I'm saying?
Or do kung fu.
I said salute, Jackie. Yeah,
no doubt, man. Yeah, honestly, interviewing this artist, being on the cruise show is super cool.
Oh yeah.
And what I noticed, man, all right, let's move on to the Cuatro Tacos movement.
Yeah.
Because I remember that. I remember.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro
man.
tacos.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. So anybody that's not familiar with Cuatro Tacos, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cuatro Tacos. We're gonna play that video real quick. If that's cool with Leche. Check this out.
¿Sabes qué?
Yeah.
Tengo una
Look at Leche.
¿Qué vas a querer?
When he ate tacos.
¿De qué tiene? ¿Tiene de chorizo sin tortilla?
Live performance or what?
¿Sabes qué? ¿Qué vas a querer?
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro tacos. Don't forget the rice and beans on the plato. I like to eat, homie, yo no estoy flaco.
Hey.
Yeah, chubby, pero I'm still guapo.
Hey.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro tacos. Don't forget the rice and beans on the plato. I like to eat, homie, yo no estoy flaco.
Yeah, I'm chubby, pero I'm still guapo.
I'm not a taco, but I got the sauce.
Even though my pants look like
Sell it close. Ponle guacamole, I don't care how much it costs.
Cause I'm a boss.
Yo quiero más, that means more. Asada, chorizo, and al pastor. I'm trying to eat, homie, close the door. I said, please, por favor. Let me eat pilla, vete. I grind hard, mocajete. ¿Cuántos te comiste? 20. Con salsa roja y verde. Taco Tuesday, my favorite day. That's the reason why I'm overweight. Pero I don't care, homie, let them hate. I'm just trying to eat another plate, another one. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro tacos. Don't forget the rice and beans on the plato.
I like to eat, homie, yo no estoy flaco.
With the whip.
Yeah, chubby, pero I'm still guapo.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro tacos. Don't forget the rice and beans
On the plato.
I like to eat, homie, yo no estoy flaco.
Yeah, chubby, pero I'm still guapo.
That's right.
But
go.
leave
Cuatro
the
tacos,
message.
man.
Leave the message. See, people
hold on.
don't. You know what I'm saying? They just look at the funny stuff, but they never pay attention to the serious stuff. You know, but
Yo, man, shout out Cuatro Tacos. I remember that video was a movement, man. That was so cool. How did you know that when that track had traction or movement? You know what I mean?
So Jeff Garcia, the sports dude, you know, he always likes me doing parodies for the show. And sometimes I say no. I'm like, oh nah, bro. I think that's not a good idea or whatnot. But this song Uno by MBJ, before I even did the parody, like I had heard the record. I'm like, it's a cumbia sample, right? It's L.A. He going back and forth with the Spanish. I'm like, it's just gonna be a big record. And I remember hitting him up. I DM'd him like, yo, bro, let me get on the Spanish remix. Like I wanted to do an official Spanish remix. And
You hit up MJ.
Yeah.
You hit up MJ.
and he was like, he just said thank you. Like, you know, I told him like, yo, bro, big record. You know, congrats. It's gonna be big. And yeah, he just kind of disregarded the whole like Spanish remix. And then we interviewed him, and I didn't even bring it up. It was just we left it what it was. But I remember Jeff Garcia, the sports dude. He was like, Leche, what if you do a 1, 2, 3, 4 tacos? And I'm like, that's a money idea. It's LA. You know what I'm saying? It's LA. So I was like, okay. So he gave me that first, you know, first line. And then I was like, I just riffed it, right? And at first it was just the hook. We just did the hook. Because I was lazy. I didn't want to do a whole song. I was like, oh, it's work, fool. Like, Charles. Like, we all like to work because we need to, but we don't really like to work, fool. I wish we were rich, just be honest. But, yeah, so it was just like the hook. At first it was just the hook. And I knew it was special when we started playing it. Somebody recorded it on their phone and uploaded the video of the phone recording the radio, and they uploaded it on YouTube. So they were ripping the song off the radio
and putting it on YouTube, and they were cashing out on it, if anything.
And I was like, okay, this is gonna be big. Like, this could be big, because I'm like, if somebody really recorded a song, a parody song, and just a video of them recording the radio, and it's getting views, or like people are actually looking for it, I'm like, okay. So the only reason why I did the video though was because initially I was gonna perform it at Real Street Festival. I was gonna do it right before the Migos, bro. And shout out my homegirl from Alicia from high school. She was doing catering at the festival. Like, there's different, you know, pop-ups that sell food at the festivals and stuff. And she's like, I was like, yo, I need tacos. I want to throw tacos like when I perform.
No way, you threw tacos?
No, I was going to.
Okay.
Like, I was just like, yo, okay. I mean, I'm only gonna be there for a minute. Let's make it a thing. Let's make it a production.
And make it rain tacos.
So I was like, I need them individually wrapped, because we can't just throw. You know what I'm saying? and
Platos de tacos.
Yeah. So somebody gets injured during Big Sean's set, so that delays like the show. So like, yo, Leche, you're just not gonna be able to do it. And we were promoting it on the show, like, yo, Leche, if you want Leche to perform Cuatro Tacos, you know, call in, sign a petition. And yeah, people were actually signing a petition, right? It was silly, but people were doing it. And then before actually the festival, I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna perform it, I can't just do the hook. I gotta actually give it a verse, and then I gotta re-record it, because I had just cut it on my laptop, and it was like trash recording. So shout out my other homie Jay Cruz with an E, who let me record it at his studio. So yeah, so I didn't end up doing it. So I'm like, okay, I felt like the audience needed closure. So I'm like, I gotta shoot a video. I mean, that's kind of like me performing it. So we did the video. I was like, I need a taco truck. You know, I went to social media. A lot of people hit me up like, oh, bro, you can use mine. But I was looking for like a classic looking truck. Like, there was like some fancy ass ones with neon signs. I'm like, yo, that's lit.
You gotta keep it LA.
But I need LA.
Keep it LA look.
Right?
Yeah.
So shout out Tacos Oaxaca. Yeah. They're on Whittier Boulevard. A free plug, you know what I'm saying? Let me use your truck. And then I was like, yo, he's like, I need to feed 50 people. I told him. He's like, okay, cool. Te dejo los tacos a 50 centavos. Child, it's cool. Hell yeah, 50-cent tacos, homie. And it wasn't even a Tuesday. We haven't seen that in years, homie. Yeah, not even when Obama was president, homie. And, you know what I'm saying, 50-cent tacos, homie. It took me back. I was like, damn. So, yeah, so I did the video. And shout out my homie Toro. There's another guy I grew up with. We used to go to the Boys and Girls Club together. And he's part of my story, too. I'll bring it back when you talk about Sorry for the Wait. But, yeah, he's like, yo, bro, I got you. You know, he didn't even charge me to shoot the video. Like, it's just love.
That's dope, man.
But, you know, I told Jason, I'm like, Jason's our social media guy at the cruise show. I was like, bro, this is going to hit 1 million views. I guarantee you. On some cocky-ish. I was like, but it's just, when you know things, it's weird, bro. But you just know things. And I was like, yo, I have this crazy thing. This is going to go viral. And it went viral. It went viral. Like collectively, like 20 million views on TikTok. It got like man, kids recognize me off that song. Like I remember I pulled up to.
You were inspiring kids,
bro. Dogface did a video before he was Dogface to the song. Like it was crazy.
No way.
Like yeah. But it went up on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Like my tias were like, "Ese Daniel es famoso." I like, damn, it took a parody for y'all to take me serious. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it was a little different the holidays after that. You know what I'm saying? After the Cuatro Tacos video, they was talking to me nice. You know what I'm saying? I was getting doubles. They were letting me cut in line on Thanksgiving. It was cool. Extra tamales to go. Para ti, Daniel?
You getting taco sponsors? You know, like,
taco
shops
you know, it was
hitting
crazy.
you up?
I was pulling up taco trucks and like, bro, it's love. And I remember there was taco trucks like, bro, we're playing your song. And when we play it, more people coming is getting us business. I swear to God. And to me, that's awesome. I'm like, what the hell? Like, bro, that's such a dope thing. I remember this spot in Las Vegas. He's like, bro, we always play your song. And we just opened up and thanks to your song, our business is going up. I'm like, what? Like, just crazy. And yeah, I mean, to this day, still taco spots when they shoot commercials or do promo videos on TikTok or whatever. Like, sometimes they don't tag me because they just don't know. They just thought it's a video on Facebook. But, you know, there's people that do follow me that tag me like, oh, they're using your song again. And it's, yeah.
I would think you have like free tacos for life with that song.
Yeah, bro. Keto now, you know what I'm saying? You guys see the video's gone, but it's sometimes they don't even know that's me.
Yeah, man, you couldn't even recognize you in that video, bro. Yeah, big shout out to the weight loss.
Same handsome guy, you know what I'm saying?
But that's crazy, man. I think that video really shows, for one, your songwriting.
Yeah.
And two, your social media influence, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted me to follow up, but like, I take music, like I want, at least to me, like it's serious.
It's serious,
right?
yeah. No, I feel you.
So it was mentally, I was stuck at a place where, like, I don't want people to see me just as a funny guy that does parodies and he's funny, or, you know. So they're like, yo, bro, you gonna follow up? But like, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just gonna let that be. Like, let that moment be the moment, and that's it.
But with that going off, man, you got like a lot of attention, a lot of followers, I'm sure.
Bro, it was on the news.
And it grew.
Bro, it was crazy.
There we go, yeah.
On Fox 11, National Taco Day, they were playing the video. I'm like,
no way.
What the hell? My mom don't watch it though. She's Fox 11. She's Telemundo Univision. So, she didn't care, bro. Like when I got on the radio, my mom didn't care. Like, ese no es Piolín.
Oh yeah.
¿Tú no estás con Don Cheto? I'm like, damn, mom, I can never make you happy.
Hey man, but that social media presence, bro.
Yeah.
What does it take? What does it take to grow that? What does it take to grow a community online, an audience?
Man, I'm on the internet all the time. I always was I was a computer guy. Like, I got to travel to, you know, with Jack the Soul because of the internet and understanding like analytics and numbers and stuff like that, right? But for me, I guess my brand is just like, be me, be you. You know what I'm saying? Be authentic. I try to tell people music and your brand, it's like food. Like, you're like, what? This food is, no wonder he was 340. But food, because it's like
340?
Yeah, I was 343 at one point. Yeah.
Damn.
But like food, when it's good, like, bro, you wait in line, you drive far for it. Like, you pay cash. You'll go to the ATM and like, hold on, aceptan cash. When food is good and it's authentic, people are willing to do things that they don't normally do. And like with your brand, it's like, yeah, with your music, it's like if it's real, if it's genuine, people know and they'll consume it. And yeah, like I'm worried more about, I care more about connections than impressions. Impressions is cool, like, but a connection, connecting with someone is more powerful. So like, yeah, I don't know, but I'm always on the internet. And I just try and be me, and anytime I do something, I just I make sure it's kind of like something I'm, you know,
something you actually believe in.
I can stand on it and say, yeah, right. That's me. It's cool. I'm not ashamed of it. Like,
yeah, I think something very important with social media influence, and sometimes people don't know what to post or when to post, but I think the first thing they need to identify with is, who are you? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, who are you first, and what don't you mind, like, putting out in the world and being proud of, like you just said, like something that I can stand on and be like, yo, like, this is me. So who are you first? Like, if somebody doesn't know what to post, identify who you are.
Yeah.
And then identify who your audience is, and then identify what they like and what they relate to. right?
I used to hate the word influencer. Like I really did. Like I'm like, damn, because I used to like go to the parties where they were at. I'm like, bro, these fools are whack.
Right.
Like they're fake, bro. Like, and that's not me, right? So I used to hate that word. I'm like, damn, but I just like, yeah, just be you. Just be authentic. If you want to grow your brand, be you. Put in the work, which is something you do. Like I've seen you, constantly build up the Don Dirty brand and getting your banners made, all that, man. It's that you're doing the work. You're doing the work.
Thank you, man.
But yeah, just on social media, yeah. Like, for example, I put cheese on pozole one day. And food, for whatever reason, you gotta understand, people are passionate about food. And I knew the video was gonna just like, bro, you see me, a paisa-ass fool, right? He's always repping, he's Mexican, American. You put mozzarella cheese on a pozole, dog, I'm like, this is gonna blow up. They said I was I was Rachel Ray's nephew. It was crazy. But if you're gonna be putting out content on the internet, just know it. The internet's the internet. Don't let anything that people say on the internet get to you. Sometimes you were gonna have your moments and be like, I wish I could clap back before I smack you if you were in front of me. But like you just can't. Like the internet's the internet, and as long as you're winning in real life, that's it.
Yeah, and like, how did you choose? Say like the mozzarella on the pozole. Like, how do you choose content to post?
Yeah,
is it just kind of like what? Like, do you just kind of just go with whatever you vibe with? Like, whatever you think is funny, or
drama sells, dog. It's crazy. Like it's drama. Like people are gonna like, dog, what? This fool's whack. How do you put cheese on pozole, bro? Pozole is sacred, like. So I just knew, especially like knowing, like I'm telling you, I know people. It's like people either follow me because I'm on radio. People follow me because I'm Mexican, right? Or because I interview all these people that they're a fan of, or because of the DJ. So it's just different things that people, you just know why people follow you and why they're interested in what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? So I just knew, like, yo, this is like putting my Mexican card on Jeopardy. So yeah, they're going to eat it up. They're going to talk about it. They're going to, it's...
Yeah. And you're very consistent, bro. You're very consistent on social media, which I think is very important.
You have
just
to.
Because I think when somebody follows you, when somebody clicks follow, right?
Yeah.
They say follow. It's like kind of like, okay, they click subscribe. They subscribe to you. And say say you subscribe to Netflix and they go a full month of not giving you any content. Like you can't watch any Netflix. Like why are you going to be subscribed to Netflix if they're not giving you what you're there
New
for?
stuff, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do you think consistency and posting a lot is important?
Yeah. It's important, but the quality of what you're posting, like it's important as well. Like I don't think I post enough, or like a lot of because I don't want to be seen just as somebody that does funny videos on. Like I've been chill. Like I'm very
Selective nor.
Like maybe once a month I'll do a funny video. Like okay, guys, hopefully it goes viral. If it doesn't, I'm gonna archive it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But it's just, to me, it's like, okay, if there's more people that follow me, it's potentially more money I could be making. Because I see how much these people are getting paid. I'm like, you're what? For this? Just posting a picture with you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not paying me or whatever, but it's insane. So to me, I'm just like, okay, how could I grow an organic, real audience? Because, you know what I'm saying, people do buy followers and that's lame. But I'm like, how can I? So I just try and be creative and tasteful, but not overdo it. Because sometimes I feel like if you're too cheesy, I don't know.
They don't connect.
They don't connect with it. I don't know.
Right. And so what you connected with, I think, really good with, man, was Sorry for the Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry for the Wait. Can we play the promo video, bro? Remember this? This was just recently.
For every pound I lose, that's a new hoe that I gain. Don't stop till you can't no more.
The homie Zoo.
Shout out Zoo.
Here we go.
I've been getting fit.
Who's that buff guy?
Hey,
who's that guy? Do you have a license to carry, sir?
Shout out Des Decimore.
Shout out Marty.
Shout out Shrav.
One of the nicest guys ever, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Man.
Sorry for the wait. Out on all platforms
Hell
right now.
yeah.
Make sure you guys go and stream that. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everything. Man, that was such a dope project.
Thank
you for having me be a part, bro.
Man, everybody on that project, they're homies for years, so it's special to me. I know the royalties ain't coming in yet, but they will, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, Don, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, dog, you know what I'm saying? So run up them streams.
Yeah, go play that.
Nah, but you know what? It was a project that, you know, it was in the back of my head, 2019, going into 2020. You know, mentally I wasn't happy with, you know, my weight, and I was starting to become insecure. I was getting to this dark place that I was when I was 16 when my father passed. And you know, with everything going on, I was like, yo, you're on the radio now, fool. You're making your dreams happen. There's no way mentally you got to go back to that place that you were in. That's just going to slow you down. So, yeah, I mean, 2020, I was ready to, you know, I had teased it. Sorry for the wait. And the rollout to that was I'm going to drop weight and I'm going to drop music. You know, I wanted to tie it in because I knew some people could care less if I'm DJing or if I'm making music. But who isn't a fan of a weight loss journey? Like you got to be some type of a hater to not root for somebody that loses weight and like is doing the best they can to better their health and whatnot. So I'm like, you know, so yeah, I was just like, how could I market this project without it costing too much and be beneficial for me, right? So I'm like,
I think that's genius.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, let me lose weight, let me drop weight and drop music. And then the pandemic happened, so the gyms were closed, and I'm like, okay, cool. So it kind of like, I put it to the back burner, okay. So then, again, I jump on the scale. It was like, I think it was July of 2020, yeah. And I'm like, 343. How am I more than half my credit score? I'm a 600 on a good day, bro. According to Credit Karma, of course. And I'm like, 343, Leche, ¿sabes qué? Ya bájale a los tamales, güey. ¿Qué pedo, güey? So I'm like, yeah, like, how you more than... So, yeah, again, it was starting to really, mentally, again, it was getting to me mentally. It was never for anybody else. It was me. And, like, to tie my shoes, I was like, you know, I was in my head, I'm like, okay, it's cool, dog. I'll wear sweats the rest of my life. There's no print, but I'll wear sweats. It's cool. You know, I'm like, flew over the head. I'm like, okay, I wear slip-on shoes. It's fine. No slides. Like, it's cool, dog. You work around it. And I decided to lock in. I was like, nah. It's time, fool. So, yeah, I was like.
And where are you at now?
Right now, weight, 205.
Wow.
Yeah, 205,
so
man.
About 120-pound loss, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, it's insane. Still got a few pounds to go, but like, yeah. So that was the kind of like the tactic, right? Drop weight, drop music. Initially, it was gonna be like a rap project, but I'm like, dog, that's gonna take me too long. Especially, I was just so focused on the fitness that I was doing 2 days. I was no time for the studio, and I'm like,
you got work the radio.
Yeah. So I was like, how could I make it happen? I'm like, well, eating. I just had the conversation. What do you want to do more, fool? You want to DJ or you want to rap more? I'm like, DJ, fool. Like, and we go back to the Jack the Soul.
Jack the Soul. And see, that's the thing. It came back to the roots, right?
Yeah, you know.
So if we can, just give a little premise to Jack the Soul.
So Jack the Soul was a project. I changed my name. I used to be Lechero. I'm Lechero again now, but I just didn't feel like the brand was going anywhere, so I had to reinvent. I didn't tell nobody. Like, I switched my name because I wanted to see who really messed with me and who believed in what I was doing. And long story short, bro, in a year, I got to like 10,000 followers on SoundCloud. I was just doing DJ mixes, and in the mixes, I was speaking English, French, and Spanish because I took French in high school. So I paid for a SoundCloud Pro account, and I was, again, paying attention to analytics, the countries that I was big in and whatnot. So I was catering to that, you know. And I just started popping off in Europe. So every time I upload a mix, it'd be 3 a.m. here. When I'd stay up till 3 a.m. to upload the mix because it's noon over there. And I knew at noon is when I was getting the most traffic. And I was always like landing on the main page on SoundCloud. Like, it was just crazy, bro. These producers were hitting me up like, bro, I got unreleased music. Can you play it on your next mix? Because you're getting more views, more plays than all of us. So yeah,
this is under Jack's the Soul.
Yeah, Jack the Soul. Jack the Soul. Yeah. So a year later from when I had started that, I would always get messages like, bro, we want you to DJ in Colombia, or we want to set up an India tour. But it was like it never happened. So these people from France are like, bro, like we started an agency, right? Much like Famous DJ Agency, right? And they have DJs and whatnot, and a label, and we want you to be one of the artists that's on board. Like one of the DJs. I'm like, get out for your line. Che mentiroso. I was like, nah, you lying. So now we jumped on a Skype call, and it was a team of guys, so I knew we were serious. Like, it was some fool. Alvaro, he was Brazilian, but he spoke Portuguese, French, English, Spanish. I'm like, dog, he's like what I want to be, fool. He speaks every language. This guy got superpowers. So yeah, I knew it was different. They're like, yeah, bro, we'll fly you out, and we'll house you. We'll get you gigs. And at the time, I was working at B-Dubs, and I was like, damn, fool, but if I go, I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna have a job. Like, Charles. And I had a heart-to-heart with the homie, Peter Carboni, the GM at the time, Creamy. I call him Cremoso, top of the top, you know. He's like, nah, go chase your dreams. When you come back, you'll have your job. You're good, fool. I was like, damn, fool. So fool, they paid for my flight. And
where'd you go to?
To Paris, France. I was living in Paris for 2 months, and it was supposed to be for the whole summer, but I came back because I remember, man, it's a lot, but basically a fan, they're like, yo, bro, come to our barbecue and DJ for us. Like, that'd be our dream come true. I'm like, well, bro, I'm halfway around the world. If they're fans, like, why not, fool? Like, you're 3 fans, just make them happy, you know? So I catch a train, I go DJ for them, and I go to the restroom, and basically I see blood in my stool, right? And I'm, 23 at the time. I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. So I go on Google, and, you know, it says signs of cancer, you know what I'm saying? I totally disregarded it. Could just be hemorrhoids, but I saw signs of cancer. I'm like, damn, I'm dying. So I booked the flight the next day, but like, I was just like, okay, and it coincidentally happened to be my sister's birthday. So I fly back, and I never told him anything. I never went to the doctor for many years because I was just scared. I'm very scared of the doctor, right? You don't ever want to hear bad news or whatnot. So the game plan had changed. I'm like, well, shit. I can't, you know, it's just like, damn, dog, everything was going good. I was ready to live in France. I literally was looking up portable chargers on Alibaba.com so I could sell to every tourist spot. Like, I was like, bro, I'm going to be illegal. My mom was illegal. I could be illegal in France. It's cool. I ain't tripping. I grew into this. Like, I know the lifestyle. Like, we good.
We know how to make
so
it
I was ready to, like, legit, like, okay, this is where it's at. Like, you know, my audience is here. Jack the Soul. People really, like, remember my first show, I sold it out. It was 100 place capacity, but I sold it out. It was 100 people willing to pay to see me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a group of 10 people that took a 3-hour train ride, and they asked for autographs and pictures, and I was like, whoa, this is insane. I want this, right? But that happened, and it was just like, damn. So, like, when I started Sorry for the Wait, I did keto. I did keto for a month, and it was hell because it was very tough. Like, it's a very strict diet. And at that point, again, I was having a hard time going to the restroom because of the diet, and I would see blood in my stool again. And now again, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. I'm losing weight this fast. I think I'm dying because I never had gone to the doctor. I'm like, nah, I'm scared, bro. Like, you know. And then eventually, I'm like, nah, you have to go, bro. You have to go because you're working really hard to take this to the next level, and you don't know, fool. And yeah, for a long time, for years, I'd like, oh, damn, well, just live life, fool. Eat what you want to eat. It's cool. You know, just do what makes you happy. Treat everybody with respect and be a good human. Because that's what your legacy is, you know. I was just already, like, bro, it was a really dark place, doc. It was crazy.
Yeah, man.
I ended up going to the doctor, gastroenterologist. That's the name that they check out all your stuff. And if you don't know, and yeah, that fool, stuff we checked up there on me, cleared out. He said it was hemorrhoids. Oh, my God. You know, it was, but it was, I genuinely thought like, dog, like, you know. So I'm like, okay, let's go, Leche. It's game time. You got to give it your all, homie. Like, you were there once, and you don't have the resources that, nor the platform that you do now. Like, there's just no way it's not gonna work out for you, fool. Like, you've been putting in the work for 15 years. So yeah, like now we here. Sorry for the wait, bro.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. That I feel like because you had that just that early intro to the electronic music. In
people think like yeah, you know? Like, oh, this fool just wants to. Nah, like I've always
been there. Yeah.
I've always had these dreams, and EDM is just definitely something that I'm like, yo, what? And the reason why I wanted to be EDM DJ really is because I wanted to travel the world and DJ. Like, you're paying me to travel the world. If it's free, it's for me. You feel me? So, I want to travel the world and DJ and play in front of thousands of people like I used to watch Chesto videos back when I was 15, 16. I'm like, that could be me, you know? And
I think that's really that's another little beauty of electronic music too, is that it's really is a global. I mean, not with all kinds of music, it's a global audience.
Bro, the beat's good. They don't gotta say words.
Yeah,
like you just connect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, just like Lechero blew up in France.
Yeah,
you know
France was crazy.
France
bro.
was where it's at, and he was here. You were here, right?
Yeah,
dropping at 3 a.m.
Yeah, just the internet, understanding the internet patterns, and at the time, I was just like, I wasn't trying to get paid $100 to DJ. And I wasn't trying to really promote for people to go. Like, you got to put in the work. And I used to do it, but I just dealing with promoters. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to be popping enough that people want to do it. Like, so you just got to go to the drawing board and be like, what? I don't know how, but I got to figure it out, because I can't give you the blueprint, because the blueprint for everybody's going to be different.
It's all different.
It's all different. But I just knew, like, yo, you just got to figure it out, fool. Like, you got to be popping somewhere else before they love you home. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Sometimes that's how it works. And, so
I feel you, bro.
I was just,
No doubt. And honestly, the Sorry for the Wait project, I think, really showed your creativity, not just in the music, but in the marketing.
Yeah,
you know
man.
You had a billboard, right?
I had
a billboard for Sorry for the Wait. How did that go?
Well, a few billboards. I had a few digital ones, which aren't really expensive. If you want to like do that for yourself, please do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got one in front of my old high school. I remember. I guess I was being kind of petty, but
that's right.
One of my senior teachers. Yeah, I forget her name. I don't know if she still works there, but I remember I was like, I'm gonna be on the radio one day. Good luck. Yeah, right. Like, my brother tried it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that stuck with me, and I'm like, well, let me get a billboard from our high school. And just, I mean, to do that, to see kids, and it, like, I knew kids were going back to school. Like, maybe they could be like, oh, this guy's from Whittier too. And he, if he could do it, I could do it, you know? But,
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Not just with the music stuff, but with the weight loss thing too. I think it's just so inspirational, you know what I mean? Like, just pushing everybody, let you know, man, like, look, you could do whatever it is that you really set your mind to.
Yeah, I mean, I told myself that's one of the things going into it. I was like, yo, well, Lechero, you know how to put in the work. You clearly know to not give up. That's why you're where you are at, and you've been doing that. So now apply it to this. And yeah, like, I just, having the rollout with the project, it helped me stay committed. Like, you know, like, I'm gonna drop weight, I'm gonna drop music, I'm gonna drop weight, I'm gonna drop music, and now I'm gonna continue to like have Sorry for the Wait Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and it's just literally make it an EDM fitness brand. Because it's like, I remember early on, people would tell me like, bro, what are you working out to? What kind of music? I'm like, I can make music and brand it for you to work out to, kind of like what Zumba did, right? Zumba now, like, from what I understand, like, sometimes they just pay producers to make songs for them, and they own, right? It's registered under Zumba or whatever, and they just collect royalties. And you know how many people consume that brand? It's insane. Every tía does Zumba, you know what I'm saying? Like, vamos a clase de Zumba. It's crazy. But like, yeah, with Sorry for the Wait, I want to make it an EDM fitness brand, and every compilation, every project have different EDM producers, and yeah, like, I'll give you guys a preview. Like, one of the next songs is like Squat, Squat, Squat. Now let me see what you got, right? That one never make the project. Yeah. Muscle Mass gets you ass. Muscle Mass. It's just little gym phrases, fitness phrases that, again, it could even be just for someone's story. Like, okay, it makes sense for that moment. You know what I'm saying? And just continue to build that Sorry for the Wait brand. whenever I'm at the gym now, like I just go sorryforthewait.org, click the link, and that link takes you to all the streaming platforms. Just to constantly just put it in their face. I'm like, yo, it can get annoying to some, but at the end of the day, it's like you gotta go full force for you. So yeah, sorry for the wait. I'm gonna keep dropping different volumes and stuff like that. I have another project on the way. It's gonna be called EDM, and it's gonna stand for El Desmadre Mexicano. And the vision with that is just Mexican American producers. I think it's a good time to be Latino, Latinx, however you identify. You gotta come correct, especially because I'm a public figure and I don't want to get dragged on the internet, right? But yeah, like, you know, I just want to keep building brands. I feel like if I pop off, it's because I don't know, this little weird brain full like that.
You got crazy ideas,
yeah,
right?
Every
you just
idea,
show
like,
the world.
to me, everything's a shirt. You know what I'm saying? To me, everything like is something. You could sell
man.
anything, bro. Like it's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's the genius about it, man. That you know how to present something to the world and make them want to just dive in and be a part of it.
Yeah, and
that's the trick.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, you fit the description. So if you want to, put a track on that project,
No doubt, bro.
let me know. I mean, I'd love for you to be on it. It's gonna be on Panda Funk too. You know what I'm saying? I told D like, yo, what's up? You down? He's like, bro, I'm down. Thank you for thinking of my label. I'm like, bro, what? You like the face of the Mexican Americans?
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. And thank you so much for putting on for the Latin people like that. Not just on the radio, but in the music, in the marketing, everything, bro.
Trying. It's I feel like the bilingual, like the Yo No Sabo kids, that we clown on or that it's a whole ass market, and that people really like put it down. But I'm like, to me, it's like, nah, fool, we gotta make them feel at home and embrace them. And bro, that can generate so much. It's like, yeah, but yeah,
so much talent, man. I feel like there's so much talent.
I think
in
the
Latin
bilingual thing
community.
is gonna be a thing. Like it's like now more than ever. Like at one point, I think maybe the Grammys are gonna have like a bilingual category, whether it's English, Spanish, English, or whatever, but bilingual. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all so many. It's a country from nothing but immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think the bilingual category is gonna be a thing in the future, and yeah, but
hell yeah, man. Well, bro, thank you for being here.
Hell yeah, no,
thank you so much. If anybody can take anything away from this, I think it's just like, look, man, it's a long journey.
It is.
You gotta throw darts, man. See what sticks. There's been songwriting here. Yeah. There's been DJing. There's been all kinds of music. There's been rap. There's been hip hop. There's been reggaeton, EDM, and just keep working, man. You can't give up.
And be a good human, for real.
And
I can't stress that enough. Just be a good person.
Good vibes.
Understand that when it's your time, it's your time. Don't force anything. At least that's how I move. Like if I feel like I'm automatically forcing or I'm putting more effort into somebody else, or especially when it comes to collaborating or whatever, don't force anything. Just
it's music at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Like for anything, man.
It's gotta come from the heart.
It's just gotta flow, man. And don't stress yourself out, even though you're going to. Just try not to, and trust the process. It's a lengthy one, but you'll get there because you're gonna be willing to make. You know what I'm saying? You're here for a reason, right? Because you're willing to go the extra step to hear me speak. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, right? But thank you so much, genuinely, for
everybody
here.
Too.
Thank you so much, everybody online. Like, yo, it's insane to me. Like, it's humbling. It's wow. But yeah, just keep at it. Who cares if it's to tell you no? You're gonna hear no so many times. It's cool. As long as you know, that's all that matters. And yeah, maybe get a billboard in front of your own high school too. I mean. But when it's your time, and just, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to open it up to Q&A right now, but speaking of the billboard, bro, in one of the songs you say, for every pound I lose, that's another
H-O-E that I gain.
Yeah. So how many pounds did you lose?
So 3. I suck at math. I was really good at math in high school, but I've been out of school for a long time. So from 343 to 205. Can someone do the math?
So that's like
please.
That's 138 HOEs.
How many people?
138 HOEs, right? That's facts or
no? You know what? It's expected, right? People are like, yeah, bro, I noticed that.
Yeah, you did.
Nah, you noticed
the DMs are popping.
The female energy, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. But I've always, you know what I'm saying, you know it, Don. You know what I'm saying? 340 Leche was, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, no, ain't no lie, bro. Your parties always have.
But listen, it's not about that. Like, I'm not. Listen, jokes aside, even that with all that going on, I'm just so focused right now. I don't want to get sidetracked. I said I'm chasing the bag and I put love on hold. And I mean, yeah, like I don't know, man. I just trying to focus, man. Cause
Okay.
yeah, cause they can be, saying,
Yeah,
I
no,
scared.
man.
No, that's dangerous. Love is dangerous. It's a beautiful thing, but it can be dangerous too. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel it, bro. When's the next party?
next party, I might want to start throwing my own parties. I've had different venues reach out, and I've been having, like, promoters come and ask me to DJ, and like the price they give me, I'm like, you know what? No manches, this is what they were paying me when I was before the radio, fool. Like, and no disrespect, get your money by all means, but I'm not at a place right now where, like, let's say before, like, yeah, I needed the money, so let's do it. Ahorita tranqui. So I did a free milk for everyone tour where I was like, people were just telling me, like, they're giving me a certain price. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have you say, let you DJ my party for free than let you DJ my party for $50. Like, you feel me? So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on social media and say, I'll DJ your party for an hour. No matter if it's a quince, if it's a backyard, a divorce, whatever it is. If you have a setup and I can plug in my Serato, my laptop, I'll pull up for an hour. Don't matter where it's at, as long as it's in SoCal. And within a few hours, I got like 18 gigs. And so I think my shirt's in the car, but I made like one shirt, and that was like my promo, my merch for the tour. It was weird. It was funny. But I'm gonna do it again because, like, obviously, I'm realistic with myself. I'm not where I could come and be like, okay, this is how much I'm gonna charge. No. If they obviously don't see the worth, then they don't see the worth. I can't force them to see the worth. I just got to keep working hard.
Keep building.
Harder. But, yeah, so I'm going to do another tour, Free Milk for Everyone tour, and I might start throwing my own party, my own events where I could play, my new music and stuff.
Hell yeah. Free Milk,
for
Volume
everyone.
2 or Free Milk, Episode 2.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's going to be.
it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
All right, guys. Thank you guys very much. Q&A. Does anybody have any questions out there? I don't think we have questions on the stream, huh? No? Anybody have a question? You can raise your hand. From Rue, Big Rue.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, bro.
Gracias, primo.
So I ran into a local, I guess, radio celebrity. This was at Guitar Center, Cerritos, right? So I see him. He turns around. He sees people coming in, so he puts his mask on. So I walk up to him and say, hey, man, what's up? I mentioned, like, this video that he put on social media. He looks at me and he goes, how'd you know it's me? I was like, bro, look at your shirt. He had Jay Valentino on the front. So anyways, he was there because he got hired to do a quince, and he didn't own like all the equipment, so he was there to actually buy a few gig bars for that event.
What?
So he told me, he's like, yeah, man, you know what? A lot of people really, like, at my level, they don't like to take private, gigs. And he says, well, I named my price, and if they could afford it, he's like, I'll take it. And it's to the point to where, like, if I don't have the equipment, the price that I state, I'll use that money to go ahead and buy some equipment. So with that being said, I don't know. I mean, I know just right now we talked about what you're doing. Would you be open to take like private gigs like that?
Well, I mean, I only have a controller, so I don't even have like the other equipment. So that's why, to me, the Free Milk for Everyone made sense, because all I had to do was take my laptop, and I have a laptop, right? So someone is already providing the equipment. So I'm not opposed to DJing private parties, but like me fully booked, set up, no, because I don't have the equipment. And it's crazy. Like when I used to get booked so much because I was charging a little bit. Fool, I was like, man, it was a steal. Like, so I was scared. But it got to the point when I got onto the radio, I just knew I couldn't be charging the same rate. So I stopped DJing for like 3 years, because I'd rather, like, not have people look at me a certain way, like, oh, this fool's changing, Hollywood ass fool, he's trying to charge this much. So I stopped DJing for like a whole long time, bro. Like, but believe me, every week I know you're hustling, fool, like, and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to DJing private events, but I don't have the equipment but a controller and a laptop. So yeah, I don't know if I'd buy speakers just for the event.
Yeah, I think it works different for everybody a little bit. You know,
but
what I mean?
I have to hit a famous DJ agency.
Yeah,
yeah.
So hit you with the rentals, bro.
The rentals.
Yeah, I think it works different for everybody.
Shout out Jay Valentino. That's the homie.
Yeah.
He showed a lot of love, early on. He's like, bro, let's go run. Let's go work out together, fool.
Yeah.
And sick ass DJ too. So
Awesome content creator.
Yeah, super dope.
Super funny. Any more questions out there? One more? Another one? What was the first club you DJ'd at?
Damn. It was a 21 and over club, and I was 16. I swear to God, it was weird. Was it with the... I want to say it was in Glendale. Shout out all my Armenians. Badev, you know what I'm saying? Aberjan.
The palace, right? Like the Royal Palace.
I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was Giggles. I think it was... I forgot, bro. Yeah, it was in Glendale. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Armenians, you know what I'm saying? I'm down with the Armenians, bro. Shout out my homie Dirty Audio. He's an Armenian American. But yeah, that was the first club. And then I think I DJ'd the Manhattan Lounge, I mean, in Whittier and Sage. And I mean, those were sometimes. Sage was 18 and over at one point. And then Manhattan was like 21 and over. But I was in 21 and stuff. But I never drank. I didn't really drink. The first time I had a drink was at 25. So even then, like, they didn't have to worry about me drinking. I'm like, bro, I'm just DJing. I'm in my own little bubble full. Like, so I was scared. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the first.
Have fun.
And you know what happened that gig? I used to have a hard drive. Somebody unplugged their homie, so the music stopped.
Always.
I was like, dang, good thing you weren't paying me. See, no, yeah, I'd have to come out of pocket, but yeah.
Yeah, that's why I ditched the hard drive, bro. I just go straight up and turn on the laptop.
Yeah.
That happened like 3 times to me.
Bro,
like,
it's embarrassing,
man.
but I mean, you just jump on the mic like, yo, it happens, bro. Shut up. I'll play for another 5. Get you 2 more songs.
Yeah, man. Any more questions? One more? Another one?
What do you do when you run out of things to say, like on the radio? Like, how do you ad-lib? How do you, like, improvise? What's your, like, trick for that?
Well, I mean, before we go on the break, right? So you got Cruz, Leslie, Jeff, and I. There's a kind of a direction where we want to go with the break, right? So, say it's a Cruz, driven break. Cruz just kind of open up, and sometimes we decide, okay, Leche, you take this approach. Leslie, you take this approach. Boom, boom. So we kind of like talk about it, premeditated. But like, you just got to keep going. You got to keep riffing. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, I'm a BSer. I mean, like, not like, but I could BS my way out of a lot of things, fool. So you just got to keep going. You got to keep riffing. But we usually kind of like talk about premeditated and we know what approach to take and stuff like that. So
there's a lot of programming in radio.
Yeah, radio, I mean, for those that want to get into radio, the only reason why I wanted to do radio, I wanted to be able to DJ and play all the songs that I like. I want to, before Spotify and Apple Music, the music director and the DJs were really the ones that on the radio were breaking and making these artists superstars. Now it's the internet. But at a very, very early age, I knew, like, bro, they're powerful, homie. Like, they're making fools big, and I want that power. I don't know, I just wanted it. And that's why I wanted to do radio, not even to talk. And I remember when I first got, to the other station, my manager was like, don't even tell me you're a DJ, fool. Because everybody wants to DJ on the radio. So they're going to think you're just like another fool trying to be a DJ on the radio. Just talk, fool. Say dumb things, fool. Just, you know what I'm saying? So, I never even told him I DJ'd. I was just, my DJ's on the Instagram handle, but I don't even DJ, fool. I just talk. But yeah, so DJ, like you said, there's a lot of programming. You're a radio DJ yourself. And it's just, it wasn't what I want. Like, dog, I can't play what I want to play. And it just takes a lot of years to be in radio to be able to call plays like that and be able to put the records that you want on the air and whatnot. But that was the reason why I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to premiere records. Like, to me, it was always cool. Like, yo, brand new music from the studio, straight. Like, it painted a picture to me. Like, damn, dog, this fool really got unreleased music? Like, that's crazy.
And that's something that I find in your brand, bro. Like, on Instagram, like, that's kind of like, in a sense, not just because you're my homie, but like another reason why I follow you is because I know you're always showing, like, yo, this is what's hot. This is a new artist, new music, new album, new single.
I think
that's important.
Yeah, when it comes to music, I think keep up with trends, but don't follow them. Always be you, right? But like, yeah, like I've told you, like, bro, this fool's gonna be big like in a year and a half, too. I guarantee
all the time.
Like,
you told me you'll show me a music video.
Like, I think that's why like Diplo, Steve Aoki, and all these guys that have a lot of
catch it early, right?
They catch it early, like they know what's up. and yeah, like a lot of the records I'm co-producing. Like, you know, I got dudes, you know, making the beats, and I'm just there helping with the arrangement and stuff like that. So no faking my funk, you know. So I keep it real. I can't say like, oh, I do everything. Nah, hell nah. I'll be the first to tell you, yeah, that song was gonna be ghosted. It got ghosted. I'm sorry, boo. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ghost. But like, yeah, no, it's just, to me at the end of the day, it's like, if the record is good, then that's what it's all about. You know
It's
what I'm
gonna move. It's gonna go.
Yeah.
It's gonna take itself.
But yeah.
Any more questions?
Right, so you've been DJing since you were 16 years old.
Yeah.
So that's been a long time. So you had a lot of good decisions and a lot of bad decisions, right? Throughout the whole.
Of course.
So what is one thing that you would tell these young promoters, DJs, that can leave walking out of here?
A tip for one tip for young DJs and promoters.
Okay.
Something to keep in mind.
There's a lot of tips, but let me see. That's a really, really good question. That's your hefe?
Yeah.
That's your pops. That's
Your
fine.
pops right there.
That's Don Sucio, not dirty. That's Don Sucio. The OG. Respects OG. I think...
Give them three. Give them 3 tips.
Damn, fool. It's too early to get this deep, Hefe. Like, damn, homie. Okay, no, I think let get fueled by. Well, I'm fueled by a lot of my like traumas and stuff as a kid, so that drives me, right? So I guess fool.
Go through shit when you're a kid.
You gotta go through. No, you gotta go through shit.
No, yeah, no doubt. Know how to get back up, man.
Know
how to get back up. I think that's a skill that you need to have. Know how to get back up.
Yeah, man, that's a really good question.
I think it's
Just don't give up. Fool,
don't
you know
give
what
up. Know how to get back up, and know that it's a journey.
See, your son answered the question for me. Thank you,
You know what I
Don.
mean?
That's why he's my friend. He got my back.
It's a journey, man. Know how to get back up. Like, you're gonna get knocked down, but everybody's gonna tell you stuff. Things are gonna go wrong, but you have to know how to get back up.
Yeah, just stay true to you. Also,
And-
stay
and
true
be
to
you.
you. Stay true to you, because again, I'm around a lot of things, and yeah, you know, I'm like, nah, that's just not me. I can't do that. Like, a lot of fools in the music game, they're junkies, and I'll be honest with you, they do things that ain't beneficial for them, and just don't follow. Like I said, keep up with trends, but don't follow them or nothing, bro. Just be you. Like, yeah, just stay focused, tunnel vision, and yeah. So,
No doubt. Any more questions?
What's your favorite segment on the cruise ship?
you know what?
Favorite segment on the cruise show?
Yeah, I think. Should I say Lechero's cheese? Nah, I just like.
I think so.
You know what? True story. I don't. It's not that I don't like doing Lechero's Cheeseman, but I don't like reading up on gossip. Like, I really don't. I like to keep to myself, because like, I don't care what Kim Kardashian's doing. I don't care. Like, fool, just, you're not where you want to be, Leche, so don't even pay attention to that. But I got to do it because it's my jale, right? But I used to like, we don't do it anymore, but the prank calls, you know what I'm saying? The Are You Downs. And people think that they're fake, but nah, they're real. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's really real. Oh, people do win on the radio too. Like, it's not fake. Like,
Yeah.
do you guys really
You
give away
can win.
money? And like, no, you really can win. Like, it's really real. Like, I used to think you were fake too, but nah, it's really real. But yeah, the Are You Downs were dope. ¿Qué más? The Fuego 5 at 5. I thought that was dope. We don't do it anymore, but we still use the intro song, but it was just basically at the 5 o'clock hour. We play 5 of the hottest songs, and then if you keep track of the 5 songs, at the end, we give a prize away. So it was just a way to have listeners stay, you know, listening, and that gives us points towards at the end of the book, which means, you know, that helps you with ratings and stuff like that. But yeah, I think the Are You Downs were fun. They're hard to do because sometimes people don't pick up and stuff like that, but it's fun at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. No doubt. Any more questions? Yes, sir.
Not a question, but I only recently discovered Real 92.
Yeah.
In the past like couple of years. And the reason I did was because of my cousin who's autistic developmentally, like
Yeah.
And I've never seen him jamming out as much to anything as much as Real 92 and laughing at Crucial and stuff.
Wow.
So you guys have given me like a real nice way to connect with him that I wouldn't have ever had otherwise.
Wow. That's
Hell
wow.
yeah, that's right. That's what it's about.
No, for real.
Connecting with the people, man.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. For real. Like, man, I wish I had stickers and merch to give to your cousin, man. I should have brought stuff. I'm such an idiot. But man, like really, like
Yeah, man.
you know, it's crazy because that's what makes it all worth it. You know what I'm saying? I've had people tell me, like, one of the homies was actually like, "Hey, fool, my mom's going through a divorce, right? And she listens to you fools all the time. And you always make her laugh, dog. So thank you." I'm like, "What, fool? That's crazy. Well, shout out your mom. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it?" I just like, she going through a divorce, fool. Nah, jokes. But like, man.
No, man. Let's you have that influence, man. I think that's what's something really dope. Not just with, I'm sure. Like,
no, but everybody.
as an example, everybody.
We all do. You know what I'm saying? We all do. How you treat people, how you speak to them. Like, I'll be honest. Like, sometimes I speak rough because that's how I grew up. Like that's how it was. It was just, I don't even know I'm speaking loud, but that's just how we grew up talking, or like fuerte, you know. But just know everything you say and do is important. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter where you are on the spectrum in regards to what people view you as. Like, just as long as you view yourself as important, that's all that matters, and you are important. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Treat everybody with love and respect, and yeah, that's dope, people. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, man. Love and respect to you.
Thank
you for being here, bro.
You already know.
Appreciate you.
Sheesh.
All love. Big shout out to DJ Lechero, Real 92.3 on their personality cruise show. Sorry for the wait.
Yeah.
Volume 2 coming soon.
Yeah, we working on that.
EDM, El Desmadre Mexicano.
You know what I'm saying?
So be on the lookout for that, guys. Thank you guys so much. Big shout out to Famous DJ Agency, Famous DJ Academy. We have another workshop coming up in January. We're going to have DJ Precise up here dropping knowledge. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys keep in touch. Thank you guys very much. Peace.
Peace. Adios.